Hi, I'm Reverend Jake Zabel, and welcome to Children's Bible Stories. Alright children, today we're going to be telling the story of the Fall of Jericho. And join with me again today is my little helper, Acolyte Heinrich. Heinrich, you want to introduce yourself? You can say hello if you want.
Hello.
And so, with the Fall of Jericho, it went like this. God had given Joshua clear instructions as to what the people were to do. So, the priests were to go ahead of the people, and they were to carry ahead of them the Ark of the Covenant. And so they would go ahead, and they were to walk around the city of Jericho. And followed behind them, you'd have Joshua coming, and who else was with them? All the
soldiers.
Yeah, and they were to follow behind. Now, Heinrich, were they meant to make any noise?
No.
No, they were meant to be absolutely silent. And they were to go around the wall of Jericho just once. And they would go around, and they wouldn't do anything. They would just walk around absolutely quiet, no one making a single noise, not a whisper, not a cough, not a talking, no one was saying anything. And the soldiers up on Jericho were just watching, going, what are they up to down there? They would have been so confused because they would have seen all these Israelite soldiers marching towards the city, and they would have all run to the walls and said, "Everyone to battle stations, we're about to fight." And then the people just walked silently around the wall. And they would have been like, what's going on? What do you think the Jericho soldiers would have been thinking, Heinrich?
Are they going to fight or not?
Yeah. And that was the end of day one. And what happened on day two, Heinrich?
They marched around the city one time a day.
That's right. On the next day, the priests went ahead, carrying the Ark of the Covenant. And who came behind them?
Joshua.
And the soldiers. And did they make any noise on the second day, Heinrich?
No.
Alrighty. And what did they do the third day?
Made no noise.
And they went around the city again, didn't they?
Yeah.
And did they do that on the fourth day?
Yes.
And on the fifth day?
And on the sixth day?
Yes.
And the
But then they did something different on the seventh day. Do you remember what they did on the seventh day, Heinrich?
They went around the city 7 times.
That's right. So on the seventh day, the people of Israel went around the wall 7 times instead of just 1 time. And they kept silent for all 7 times. And so the Jericho soldiers would have been thinking, what are they up to this time? The last 6 days they went around the wall once. They would have been sitting up there going, are they done yet? Normally they just go around the wall once. This time they've done it a couple times. So on the 7th time around the city, they stopped. And the priests blew their trumpets. And what did Joshua do, Heinrich?
Says, shout for the daughters daring you the city.
And all the people yelled, "Ah!" Yeah, and all the walls came crashing down. And then what happened? All the soldiers rushed into the city, and they killed all the Jericho people. Take that, soldiers, naughty people! And they completely decimated the city and killed all the...
Jericho.
What, puppy?
You wrecked the Jericho.
Yeah, Daddy didn't wreck Jericho. God wrecked Jericho. And the people went in and they killed all the naughty soldiers and they completely destroyed the city of Jericho.
I'm going to put it back on.
No, puppy. The only thing that they didn't destroy was the house of Rahab and her family. But we're going to discuss that in our next video, children. That's our video for today. Thank you, Acolyte Heinrich, for your help. I've been your host, Reverend Jake Zabel. Goodbye and God bless.